Ooh, I hear something. Ooh, ouch. Good morning everyone, welcome back to HR Repair. This is Hey Ray. This morning we've got a F350 Ford model. It is, I don't know what year, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But what the customer stated is that Saturday it was driving and running fine, and then yesterday he went to leave and his driver that wanted to leave took off down the road and there was a loud banging sound, and now if you accelerate too quickly it will clatter and bang and not move. So he thinks it's a rear differential. So let's get this thing fired up and let's see if he is correct on his diagnosis. So first off, it's cold out here, so we're going to run the glow plugs, and we have no check engine light, check coolant additive. All right, 254,252 miles on the odometer. Now this is a construction truck, so it does get pulled extremely hard. So let's see. He did say that the previous shop he had it at said it had a little bit of a transfer case oil leak, but he thought they took care of that. So let's just, I mean, it's moving. Take off down the road here. And let's see if we can get it to malfunction. Taking off slowly here to test it originally. Service advanced track. Transmission shifting good. Ooh. I hear something. Ooh, ouch. Ow! Whoa! 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 Ah! That made my cheeks clap closed a little bit. That'll make you, that'll scare you. Now that felt like it was right underneath the truck, so let's just see. That almost sounded like a possible transfer case issue. I don't know though. Let's see if we put it in four-wheel drive, if it still does it. Making sure there's no, okay. Acceleration. Yeah. Okay, let's, I'm gonna get you guys, let's get this thing back in two-wheel drive. I'm gonna pull off to the side here, 4x4 shift in progress. I'm gonna get you guys, let's get off to the side here. I'm gonna get you guys to the underside of this truck, and I'll let you guys see what are we actually seeing, and then you guys need to tell me what did we see. All right, so what I need you guys to do is watch that drive shaft. When it starts to jump and slip, is the drive shaft turning, or is it not turning and it's further up here? So let's get to going down the road and let's see what you guys find. Another question is, does it do it in reverse? It does not. It's just in the forward motion that does not have good power. All right, let's get back to the shop and we'll get this thing, see what we can figure out, because you guys are gonna need to tell me. All right, we're back on this Ford. We've got it up in the air. As you can see, I've removed all the bolts around here. I want to see what has gone on inside here. I suspect the axle that comes in through here is stripped out, but we're going to need this off anyway to see what the condition of the differential carrier, or the center carrier is, the differential I guess. The condition of that, and then we want to see the condition of the other axle, all the bearings, because if we need to rebuild this thing, we're gonna rebuild it. This guy pulls heavy enough loads and pulls hard enough that he doesn't want to, I can't say it on YouTube, but he doesn't want to do it half donkey like. So let's get this thing popped off here. Somebody's got some really good sealant here. Snap on, you're not looking, don't see this. Ooh. Shiny crystals. Whoa, that is like, how do I want to describe it? Oh my, there is tons and tons of shiny little speckles in there. The glitter. Oof. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let's get you guys back up there. Let me know down in the comments below. You guys think we're gonna see some chunks in here or no? Oh no. What? I've never seen that before. See something missing there? That is supposed to look like, or that is supposed to look like that. This thing is absolutely loaded with shiny metal. Okay, alright, well, hang on guys. Okay, well, I think that's going to explain why we have, well, possibly why we have a fault in the ABS system, stability control. My concern is that our ELD is no good. At this point, this thing is gonna have to get a full and complete rebuild. This thing is chewed up like nobody's business. So, oh my, I don't even know if this is rebuildable. So I'm afraid, oh my, yeah, oof, that bolt's not even tight. So this bolt broke, that bent this one, this differential carrier went at an angle and probably stripped out this axle. But where is the bolt at for this thing? Like, where's the broken bolt? Okay, well, originally I thought it probably stripped this out, but no, I think actually, according to the teeth marks over here, I think this broke, which caused this to pop out, and it jumped. It's actually jumping the pinion gear there, I'm pretty sure. So this, oh my goodness, that's pretty catastrophic. Sorry folks, I keep getting interrupted. One of my customers has loaned his truck out to someone and it broke down on them. So I'm trying to get that lined up. But oh, this keeps getting worse the longer it goes. And I am just not sure what to think, because I cannot find this bolt that's supposed to go in there. Like, where is it at? I really want to know. Is it shredded up? Is it sitting down in here? There's shavings down in there, but I don't find the bolt head. Like, there's nothing. Like, look at that. I mean, there's pieces here, lots of shavings, but where is the bolt? Like, where's the freaking bolt at? We have no choice but to pull these axles out of here. Let's get an estimate of a repair on this thing, and let's see if we can even repair it, because if this bracket is wore too hard, we can't rebuild it. And we also got to look at the housing. So this thing may be toast. I'm not 100% sure on that. Probably not gonna do this on camera, but I got to pull these off. There's a row of bolts to hold the axle in. That axle just pulls right out of there on both sides, and then I'll bring you guys back when I get that done. All right, so we pulled these axles out of here. One on this side, one on the other side. So let's begin by disassembly of the differential carrier. Okay, let's unhook our ELD. There we go. Yep. Unplug this so that we don't tear that. Maybe we can at least salvage that, but probably not. 21 maybe? Yep. Let's go ahead and get these loose. Now, we will want to scribe those because we don't want there and there. I'm just going to make 2 marks. Let's do this as well. Make sure we get everything cleaned up here. We'll just go ahead and paint that because the scribes are not working too well. Actually, it's numbered differently, so that makes it much better. We'll just take a picture of it. Pictures are your friend. Okay, so the last thing we need is for these caps to get this together and be like, oh no, which side does the cap go on? Okay, let's get that other one loose. This one's bent. As you can see, that bolt is extremely bent. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Those bearings are chewed up pretty bad, which I expected they would be. Get this spacer out of here. We do want to keep those spacers on the same side. It'll make our job easier going back together. Okay, let's get this thing out of here. Oh, it's heavy, heavy, heavy. It's heavy. Wow, that is chewed up. There's chunks of steel laying up in there. Oh no, there's a lip on that thing. Right there. There's a big lip there. Yeah, there's a lip there though. Oh, ouch. Folks, I'm not sure that this one's rebuildable. We've got a big chunk missing out of here. Something got caught on there. Get you guys over here and let's evaluate this a little more together there. There's... oh. No. Man, I did not want to see that. Here's part of the bolt. I think we can drill that out, no problem. Hey, Ray. Yes, sir. We can see where it was hitting the rear differential cover. It got into the housing. That's not good. Not good at all. Was hoping it didn't do that. Oh yeah. That's not even close to fitting. No. Well, this rear differential is not rebuildable because here's what's going to happen. If we don't fix this part of it, because this thing sets in there loosely, and I don't care if you get a brand new race, it's still going to sit in there looser than what it should. This one sets in there nice and tight, like you can get it in there to stay. This one doesn't even get close. It's out of round, so what's going to happen is this thing's going to move in the housing again. We'll put $2,000 worth of work to this thing, and a year or two down the road, with the way that this thing pulls loads, this will move back and forth enough. You'll probably break this bolt again, and we'll be back to square one, maybe even worse. So, man, I really hate this for the customer, but there is nothing to do but put a brand new differential in here. We're gonna have to put, a new rear axle assembly. Now, probably what I'm gonna try to do is find a used one. We'll pop the back cover off of it and check it to make sure that it's all good, but this one's not going to be rebuildable. All right, folks, I have had it up in my nasal area and my head, really bad. So this one here took a different turn than what we had anticipated. I had originally thought that we'd get a used one, and you know what? A used one is not just a whole lot cheaper than a brand new one. Well, a brand new, remanufactured by Jasper. Not a sponsor, but it is remade in USA, and we're going to put that one in. So, don't know what your opinions are, but that's the route we're taking. We're putting all new wheel bearings, seals, everything new on the outside. The wheel bearings didn't look too bad, but like this one here actually looks pretty good. But this one here's got some wear. You can see it's got some scoring here on every one of them. It's discolored a little bit. With the amount that this truck pulls, we're not going to take a chance. We're going to put all new bearings in it. We'll get this thing put all back up in there. I had Lauren help me with, or actually Lauren did it all today, and just because we're starting to get a little behind, we need to keep moving, because I did not come to work until about noon on Monday, and it put us all behind. So it's neither here nor there, but yeah, this is the story on it. Sneak peek of another truck we're working on. We're back on this truck, and we're waiting on a part. Finished it up, and as you can see, it's got a rear differential, and Haas is coming to meet you guys. How's it going, Haas? Yeah, it's a little chilly out here, isn't it? Okay. We have put new wheel bearings, new wheel seals in it, and the whole rear differential's rebuilt. We are waiting on an axle shaft to put in on this side. That one was on back order. This one has already been replaced. So once we get that, this truck is going to be good to go. I just wanted to kind of finish this video up, and I know it's really scattered. It's not detailed like I would like to have it, and for that I do apologize. But one thing you want to do, or what they recommend to do, is to tip the truck to the side. But what we did is we took this truck and drove it into the ditch over here sideways, and let the oil drain out to the one side, and then turn it around and back to the other side. So you want to do that so you get your oil all the way out here to the end. Now we went ahead and greased the bearings, pre-greased the bearings, packed the bearings and greased them. There's all kinds of videos out there on how to do that. It's pretty simple. One video that explains it pretty clearly is Junkyard Digs. Kevin over at Junkyard Digs has often told you how to pack bearings. They would have probably held up until the oil got out to here, but you know, it's just best to do it where you lean it to the side. Okay, so anyway, I got interrupted there. Somebody stopped in. As I was saying, go ahead and do all that. Once you put in your new rear differential, if that's what you want to do. I'm sorry I couldn't get you guys a rebuild on camera. I wish I could have, but that wasn't the case. So I hope you are okay with this video, and hopefully you understand. In the future, if we get another one to rebuild, I'll go ahead and rebuild it. But until then, I guess we're just going to have to roll with the punches, as they say. So I don't really have anything more to say. But I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate it. And until the next time, I will catch you all later. Bye.